Hey guys, so one of my subscribers sent me a little bit of history about Korra Obidi, and I'm not going to call her name or, her channel or anything like that to keep her privacy, right? To maintain her privacy. But she said Korra kept quiet for a year concerning her marriage because, as you guys know, I'm just catching up to the story because I know of Korra Obidi from the time she started. But the thing is, her story didn't interest me because I figured, it's just a married couple going through their spats. But then when the nastiness started with the divorce, I said, oh my goodness, this is really serious. So I started to follow it. So my subscriber, God bless her soul, is trying for me to catch up. So here we go. I'm going to read what she sent me. And maybe some of you who don't know the story can catch up also along with me. We'll do it at the same time, okay? So she said, Korra Obidi kept quiet for about a year, and she only began to speak out because her ex-husband Justin was so nasty. He was the first one who came out and spoke about the marriage. She kept quiet. So after about a year, she decided to speak out, and she said she suffered harassment, scolding for about a whole year. And so he had his fill of just excoriating her on the internet. She further went on to say, now that her truth is out there and her book is not only on the bestsellers list and sold out, he has told his story for free and took 100K of her followers. She said now that she's telling her story, and he's upset because she's now coming out to tell her story. And she was a millionaire long before the book. Now she will be pissing rich. So she's a very sensible girl for releasing her story in book form. So my subscriber said, but when I tell you she suffered, yes, she did. She suffered the beatings, the insults, the name calling, encouraging all her friends to line up at a party and her give them head, oral sex. Now, I did hear Korra Obidi say that on one of her videos. I was looking at one of the videos a couple of days ago, and she did say, almost in tears, that her husband or ex-husband, they went to some Hollywood party up in the hills. And when they left the party, her husband was so upset with her for whatever reasons. He told her friends, all the males in the party or who were in their vicinity, to line up so she can give them head. And I saw another video where he was berating her and telling her that he's going to call her a slut and a bitch, and he will do it in front of the kids because she was saying, using profanity towards me in front of my children. And he said, I'm going to continue to do so until these kids turn 18. But let me continue to read what the subscriber sent me. She went on to say, dragging her through the woods and scarring her skin. She actually raised June on her own. In the video that I looked at with Korra Obidi, she was saying after her husband told the guys to line up so Korra can have oral sex with all of them, then she said he pushed her into the bushes and she have a scar on somewhere on her leg or thigh, I think her thigh, upper thigh, as proof that she was pushed into the bushes and obtained or sustained a wound. My subscriber further stated that Korra actually raised June on her own. Justin was never around, always gone, and when he returned, no money to show. He would always come home drunk and beat her He never bought a bed for her to sleep in. She slept on husband's friend's floor for years, skipping from one friend's house to the other. Even after she had June, he never bought her a bed. He made her walk the streets in LA in a cat suit, dancing up and down for money. They were homeless. She cried many nights, according to her sister Nancy, because her heels and feet hurt. Nancy, her sister, said she had swollen eyes from crying every night after dancing. The first set of furniture she received was from her sister, and her father gave her her first few months' rent. You will understand why Korra dresses freely, not only because of her art, but she came from a very, very strict background and religion. She was never allowed to leave the house, to go to parties, just to school and church. Her religion, deeper life, is similar to the Amish religion. No jewelry, no television, no makeup, and always fully covered, no skin exposed. She had to be very brave to break out of that religion. These are things that Nancy spoke about and hinted that was in the book. Her book is appropriate for teenagers and young adults, women, judgmental people. It should be placed in libraries for young people to learn from. Korra is a very strong, smart young woman. If you watch Korra, you will realize that her dances and performances are not sexual, but are of art and professionalism. She's also a dance teacher with her own dance company and earned a living from that. She also taught dancing, modeling, and English in Africa and China, where she met her ex-husband, Justin. Korra also had to pay him $50,000 as part of the divorce settlement. She does not even speak about it. Justin is just a useless man who never loved her, but recognized her talents and potential and wanted to exploit her for it. He went to Nigeria and stayed at her sister and husband's house for 10 months, and they financed, accommodated, and fed him. Then he tried to get Nancy's husband arrested by racially profiling him, by saying this tall black man approached him and he was scared and nervous. The man greeted him, shook his hand, and exchanged friendly greetings between each other and his friend who was present. Many people have unfollowed him after they found out, but they believed the lies at first. It's so much. But God have been very good to Korra, and she's always booked and busy and in very high demand. Boy, there's so much in this commentary that this person sent me that it just sounds so unbelievable that somebody can do all these things to an individual. But you know, folks, to be quite honest, it sounds like a movie to me. Like it could be one of those big blockbusters movies. So maybe Korra Obidi can sell her story to Hollywood. I think maybe the book is just the first step. Maybe the second step would be for her to sell her story to one of the Hollywood directors and turn this thing into a movie, maybe a lifetime movie for a lot of people to learn from it, all the pitfalls that a young woman can fall into. And it's quite interesting that she's so young and have gone through so much. Anyway, YouTubers, drop your comments. I hope this was enlightening to you all as it was to me, because a few things I did not know. I gathered other things from some of the videos I've watched. Now, guys, a couple of things didn't make sense to me. And if it doesn't make sense, I kind of examine it. Not being disrespectful, but if it doesn't make sense, I gotta look deeper into it. For instance, my subscriber said Korra was a millionaire and is a millionaire. But it doesn't make sense to me. If she is a millionaire, why was she walking the streets, dancing for money? Why was she sleeping on friends' couches? Uh, and why was she homeless? Why did she not buy furniture? Why did she not buy a bed? Why she and her husband was homeless? So I would think if you have money, you would spend on those things, especially since the marriage was new, they were getting along, they were in love, and so she would want to spend to make their lives comfortable. And that would ensure more happiness. So those things did not make any sense to me at all. Maybe you guys have some type of insight as to why she didn't buy furniture, why she was homeless, why she would dance on the street for money if she was a millionaire. Drop it in the comments section. Please make it make sense. But for those of you who is now following her story, I'm sure some of these things you did not know. Drop your comments in the comments section. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'm over and out. Thank you for watching.